Rupee Boss has been one of the leading financial services in the debt financing space. We have been into establishment in the last 7 years. Our vision is to one of the most preferred distributor in the space we are in. And we aim to be one of the largest in the space so that we can reach out to our target audience. See if there are options to go directly to bank and reach out to Rupee Boss to get the loan from the bank as well. So why one should prefer Rupee Boss is the kind of dedicated, customized relationship managers who will understand the real need of the customer as to whether it is the competitive rate of interest. Basically, there are three aspects to it. One is the rate of interest, the maximum loan amount you can get, and the minimum turnaround time. And based on the sector specific and the industry specific, the customer can put their queries to show their facts and figures in terms of their credit history, their financials, their banking, and that helps the relationship manager to come back and study the case, the portfolio, and suggest the best option available for the customer, which may not be available for the customer if he goes directly, because there are 100 banks we are dealing with. So that this is the best option which any customer can get, and the relationship manager plays a very vital role here because he or she is going to do the due diligence and the comparative analysis and show the entire portfolio and present the case to the bank so that the customer gains the maximum out of his requirement. Of course, yes. See, the industry is a growing economy today, and finance is a lifeline of any business. Now, any startup or a MSME who wants to scale up a business has to take a calculated risk and has to rely on debt financing, if it is for a short-term requirement. And of course, come to companies like us, that is Rupee Boss, and come and put their query about what is that they can get out of the best available in the market. Because having partnered with 100 plus banks and NBFCs, today it is not easy for a customer to do that groundwork, leaving his business aside and do the due diligence of the best options available. So Rupee Boss fills that gap and tries to support the customer for a long term. Now that is how the business can get scale up for the MSMEs. So that's how I believe it's going to be the best option available in the market. See, in the loan industry, basically there are two principles. What has been the repaying capacity and what has been the track record of any customer. Now, this is something where any lender will always wants to understand the customer's background and his intent, basically. So credit score plays a very important aspect, a tool which gains confidence for the lender as to whether the client has ever defaulted in the past and what is his turnover and his cash flow cycle on which he can repay the money in the future. Now this plays a very vital role. So customer has to build up a very good credit score, anything above 700, that will give the confidence to the lender to lend them and give them satisfy the requirements. So credit history is a very important tool today. We have various other companies like TransUnion, Civil, Equifax, and Experian, and all of those, which does the credit score element of every MSME and every customer, basically. Today, if you talk about Rupee Boss, we have more than 400 plus feet on street team working pan India, and we meet average 500 to 600 new MSMEs on a daily basis. And that has given us a confidence to go one step ahead of credit and do something for the MSME community. And that's why we launched MSME Bharat Manch. And the whole idea is to build up an ecosystem of all business solutions under one roof. Now, be it support from technology aspect or support from HR aspect or or anything to do with logistics or sales and marketing. So all the business solutions what a MSME would really look forward to and will be running from pillar to post can be availed from MSME Bharat Manch. So while Rupee Boss as a main organization focuses on fulfilling the loan requirements, the rest of the solutions can be taken care of by the MSME Bharat Manch. That is how we have launched MSME Bharat Manch, and very glad to share that we have got a very overwhelming response in the last 9 months with the kind of events which we have conducted. Like the first event was on gearing up for IPOs. So we believe MSMEs should aim for getting themselves listed in the stock exchange. So therefore, which we are preparing them for the IPOs. So that was one of the national workshop which we conducted. And likewise, various other leadership workshop and various other webinars and seminars have been done in the past. So MSME Bharat Manch is one of the national initiative of Rupee Boss, and I believe it's going to stay here for a very long time. All starts with the need analysis of the customer's requirement. What exactly is he looking out for? Whether is he looking for a PSU bank to service him, or a private bank, or an NBFC, or it is a competitive rate of interest, it is immaterial of any institutions, or it could be the maximum loan amount and with lower turnaround time. Now, basis which our relationship manager will do the entire study and initiate discussions with the bankers and put up their cases there. Once the case is underwritten, so basically they will log in the case. Then the next stage is the sanction stage, where the bank will sanction it. And again, we have to see that you log in the case in multiple banks, because some banks may approve that much limit or may not reject the case also, but there could be some other bank who is willing to lend the loan. So you need to do multiple logins. Then there is a sanction process, and finally the disbursement phase. Basically, these are the three main elements: the login, sanction, and the disbursal, which comes into as a basic flow of module for the loan process. There are many success stories, but the one which I would talk about is a customer who was looking out for around 30 CR home loan, and we managed to help him out through multiple banks, and the requirement was met to the extent that he was so happy that his immediate need was taken care of, and that has led to multiple referrals from the same customer. So I think that has been one of those success stories. It's since being one of the national distributors, we arrange loans from different banks and NBFCs. So herein the process at which we arrange a loan is by analyzing the best rate of interest, the maximum loan amount, and the minimum turnaround time. So this is something which we focus here on, so that the customer is taken into consideration and his needs are met. So I believe that's the focus element, and that has kept us different from other distributors, with the fact that the customer-centric approach which we follow and we believe in, that even if the customer is not satisfied to the initial aspect, we will still go one step ahead and try to see how we can help him on a long-term basis, and we continue the relationship for the long term. So it's just not that the transaction is done right now and then we forget the customer. So there could be a repeat requirement maybe after 6 months, 1 year or 2 years. So that depends from person's requirement, but we still keep the connect with the customer on a long-term basis. That sets us apart from any other company or any other distributors. Rupee Boss, need a loan? You are not alone.